Hello everybody, my name is Edson and welcome back. What you're watching right now is episode 15 of my Road to Division 1 Ultimate Team series. And as I said in the last episode, there is 3 signings coming in this episode. I did have 2 of them before, but obviously centre attacking mid, I did tell you I was getting Steven Gerrard and I said I was getting a left back and a right back. The right back, as you see, is Richards and the left back is Leighton Baines. So they're the 3 signings that I bring in, all not costing too much, but this squad I come up against, I was a little bit worried, to say the least. But it turns out, as you see, the episode looks a little longer. That's because I've got 2 games in this one. It's because this one's really laggy. As you see there, it's really laggy. So I'm only going to show you the goals, but there are quite a lot of goals, so that's why the episode's quite long. But yeah, like I absolutely just beasted against this guy, even though he was lagging to hell. His team was his team was good, but he just wasn't very good at FIFA. So I ended up going ham on this guy and just absolutely annihilated him. So I don't really and actually halfway through he stops playing. And I sort of run out with Ben Foster and get a goal with Ben Foster, and then I think I get a second goal, but halfway through the second goal getting it with Ben Foster, he comes back because he saw that I got a goal with Ben Foster. And then when I start to run out with him again, he comes back and starts to try and tackle me, but I still managed to get the second goal. That was a really good shot, and I wish it wasn't laggy because I could have used that in a montage. But as you might be able to hear in the background, my dog's fucking scratching himself. Eddie, stop it. There you go. Right. I had a comment in my Minecraft episode last saying, is that your dog in the background? Because I've got wooden floor. And he just like walks along it every so often. And it's always when I'm recording a goddamn video. If he does it like once, I can sort of edit it out a bit. But if he does it for a bit, I just struggle to edit it all out. Because then I start going over my voice and stuff. But Steven Gerrard's proving quite good. I'm still going to be bringing Lallana into the squad. Yeah, this is where I come out. This is where I come out with the keeper. Because at this point, he just stopped playing. Every time he had the ball, the players were just standing still. I think he'd just given up, thrown his controller out the window or something. And I'm just like running out with Ben Foster, seeing if he is like away, and it turns out he is. And to be fair, I actually struggled against him not being there more than like with him being there, if that makes sense. Like just the computer standing still, I was struggling to get past him a little bit more. And at this point, he comes back because he saw that I scored with Ben Foster. And yeah, I still managed to get another, which I just find brilliant. But the lag sort of started to clear up towards the end. But the second game I've got for you is a bit more of a serious game. That's why I slapped another game on, because obviously I didn't upload yesterday. I didn't want like my one upload over 2 days to be of this game, so I put another game like over the top of it. So you really sort of got 2 episodes in one. As you see, I tried to do it again, but he gets it back and nabs a goal back that I'm not too bothered about. But that's basically how the game finished. I think it finished 9-1 or 10-1, something like that. So there might be a couple more goals. But in the next episode, you'll see me bring in the first. Actually, someone's already guessed it on Twitter. I was basically like trying to. Well, I linked out on Twitter yesterday or the day before, saying, "Oh, I've bought my first non-English BPL player. Everyone guess who it is." And everyone was like guessing various players, and no one was really getting it right. But it is one that everyone's been suggesting. I've had like from 3 or 4 separate people suggesting this one player. So I bring him in and he does really well in his first game. And I use him in the game after. And he does really well because I'm sort of... I'll tell you he's a striker. That's all I'll say. But he's like... I'm just testing him with like all the other strikers. See how they sort of work. Like as you see the stats there, 25 shots. That's basically what the stats are going to be when I play my Edson versus subscribers. There's like I'm crap in that, but that's basically just what the stats are going to look like, but for the opposite. But yeah, I won that game. Going into the next game, and this guy, he knew what he was doing, even though he's got quite a lot of players out, like sort of in the wrong position. He knew how to, like his play style definitely was not suited to me winning. Like he holds down left trigger and he just runs with silver, and he never sort of commits to a sprinting run, and I keep holding off, and he eventually gets to a point where he can just get a shot off on goal. And as you see, he gets 2 really, this is his second goal now, he gets 2 really early goals, and then I sort of figure out what he's doing and start to take a couple of yellow cards in the second half, because if he gets into those positions, I go in for the slide tackle to make sure I try and take the ball and take him out at the same time. But yeah, I start to like do a bit better against him. I figure out his play style and try and play against that. I think that's sort of the main problem. Like, as you see, I just can't, and that's what I do, just throw a defender in. But like that's the sort of thing that I sort of figured out pretty early on that you have to do in FIFA. You have to learn in the first minute or so what the play style is of your there you go. No. I seriously thought that was in. But you've got to sort of learn the play style of the opponent you're playing against at the time and adapt your play style to that to try and win the game. And obviously he got 2 early goals, and I really wasn't expecting it. So it's a really, 2 goals is a lot to come back from. But if you're 2-0 up, it seems like people come back all the time. But anyway, the new striker that I'm getting, you'll see in the next episode. And then in the episode after, I team him up with someone else, and I'm just sort of testing him out. But he's doing really well. I think in his first game he gets a hat trick. His second game I can't remember. I only just played it last night, but I can't remember if he scores or not. I think he does, but I really can't remember. But as you see, I got a couple of goals back there. Me doing my famous dance. Yeah, and I really thought that was in. That Johnson chance, but as you see, he does it again, which I don't know why he keeps doing this. And he's really lucky, like, that he didn't concede more goals than he did, because he did this a couple more times that I didn't add into the sort of the highlights, because I really wanted these to be shorter highlights, because I didn't want like a 10-minute episode. It's nearly 10 minutes already, so I really had to try and cut these down. And he does that a couple of times. He tries to pass it out from the keeper. And I never know why people want to do that. And this would just not creep in. I can never get the power right on the sort of chip overs. And it's just I don't think I've ever scored one that's that far out, because I can never get the power right. I normally always hit it over or hit it too short. But I managed to come back from that game. Hopefully you've enjoyed this episode, this double episode. This is a bit longer. I'm literally, as soon as I stop recording this, I'm going to record the next commentary for the next episode, because I've already got it test rendered to commentate over. So yeah, hopefully you guys will check that out. That'll be out tomorrow. As you see this, the next episode will be out tomorrow, because I'm recording it straight after this. So yeah, thank you for watching, guys. Hopefully you've enjoyed this episode. Hopefully you join for the next episode, where we get a new striker who gets a hat-trick in his first game. So don't forget to check that out. And on your screen now are 2 random episodes. If you do want to check them out, go and check them out. Click on the screen. The links are on your screen right now. And as always, guys, thank you for watching. Speak to you all soon. Take care.